KERN. I'm Bill Robbins.
Didn't even get to eat my noodles before the show, guys. That's right. Sure. Let's do this damn thing.
Next speaker, please.
Get dressed in front of y'all.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex.
Put that hair back like that.
News Talk 96.1 and
y'all ain't ready for him.
KERN.
Y'all ain't ready for him. Y'all ain't ready for him.
Here is your host,
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I'm your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Also streaming live on YouTube. That's right. You can see my mustache in all of its glory. Just search up Kern Radio right there on YouTube, plus on all the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, X. Just look up Kern Radio. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR? Why am I in such a good mood? It's Monday. I'm not supposed to feel this good on a Monday, but boy, I've been itching to get on the radio ever since I got off the radio on Friday. It's like they know when I get off the air and they just start putting out information at 4:30 on a Friday, and I'm just, that's okay. Had the weekend to sit and think about it, and more news comes out, so there's always more to talk about. We'll cover all of that today right here for you. Got a great show for you lined up. We'll talk about don't drive down California Avenue. Just don't do it. And if you own a business on this would be what, the north side of California Avenue? Sorry, you're screwed too. We're shutting all your driveways, and if you're trying to go down Easton, if you have pickups, the tickets to pick up this week, I'll try to give you the best route to take to get down here. I don't know how far they made it down with tearing out the asphalt. Not sure what's going to happen to Hobby Lobby and how you're going to get into that parking lot, but we'll figure it all out together. Don't worry. What else do we have to talk about? Lots of local business to discuss. The Crystal Palace closes its doors for the final time over the weekend, celebrating the Buck Owens birthday bash. We'll tell you about that. Oh, there's so many things that the city council is discussing this week. I don't even know where to start. Let me see. They want to change the charter so they can give themselves a raise. No. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, we're all going to vote ourselves a raise. Or maybe we'll ask the citizens, the listeners, maybe Chris will take a vote. Does Chris deserve a raise? And
I feel like we're city workers.
Also whether or not. Yeah, we work for that. I do work for the city every single day. right here, bringing you all the information. Like, should we really name South 8th Street Cesar Chavez Boulevard? Yeah, that's also up for discussion this week. And speaking of Cesar Chavez, and it only makes me hungry. I didn't get to my soup. I was hoping somebody would bring me a torta or something. Are we really going to give $300,000 of Measure N money to the Delores Huerta Foundation? We'll discuss that as well. Plus, Trump taking over the DC Police Department. And he's got a meeting later on this week, a pretty important one. He is going to meet with Vladimir Putin. Whether or not they include the guy from the Ukraine, we'll see. And it is I've decided we're going to call this a What the Monday, Chris. I know we have a What the Faith Friday, and I'm even thinking of interpolating a What the Wednesday, What the What Wednesday, What the What. But now we're going to have a segment. It's called What the Monday. Just some crazy stories from over the weekend. One where a lady got her arm reattached after it got ran over, I guess, by a train. And then I'm not sure if you saw the video of the high-speed chase that lasted about over an hour last night in LA, where several cars were hijacked, including a milk truck. Only to well, it was a big rig. So everybody got scared because they didn't know whether it was hauling gasoline or jet fuel or something. Turns out it was just milk. We'll tell you all the details on that as well, too. And also, Rosa Diaz passed away. You might know her as the namesake of the La Rosa Bar. We'll discuss a little bit about her life and times as well. And I think we're also going to get Norma Rojas in later this week to also discuss the family, the La Rosa Bar, as it's hot this week. So go out and have some, and hopefully she'll get in. I believe the funeral is either Friday or Saturday, but I'll get the details and get them to you. So the city on Friday after the show decides to do what it's like they listen. I swear, somebody over there is listening. As soon as I get off the air, they're like, oh, let's go ahead and put out that agenda packet for next week. And you guys know I'm a nerd, so I read through it. And a couple of things stuck out to me as interesting. One, they're restructuring the way that what is it called now? Centennial Gardens? No. Mechanics Bake Arena? No. Dignity Health. That's what we're calling it these days. The Dignity Health Arena. We're going to change the way they manage this building over here, because for years, and it's been run by AEG or managed by AEG. And if you've been a fan of the show for any significant time, or at least of me, you've heard me discuss the losses, let's just say, that we take every year in operating the Dignity Health Arena. A lot of people don't talk about that. I get in trouble for it. You know me, I really don't give a darn. But we lose anywhere from $500,000 every year just managing that thing. So they're going to restructure it with AEG now. And now they only have to do revenue sharing, which I thought was nice. We don't have to pick up the tab anymore when it comes to us losing out money there. So I appreciate that they're at least get one thing right. A broken clock is at least right twice a day, right? So this one is at least a step in the right direction, because I've been nagging at them for years about how do we lose money every single year operating an arena in downtown Bakersfield? Well, because the management structure was all screwed up. We were basically having to pay them $500,000 right out of the bottom. Doesn't matter what revenue is made on shows, what money is brought in from the snack bars, none of that. Just here's $500,000. Hope we make it back. Well, that would no longer be the case, or at least that's what they'll be discussing and hopefully voting on later this week. The other thing that stuck out to me was the renaming of South 8th Street to Cesar Chavez Blvd. I want to know how you guys feel about this. We already have, I believe, a high school named after Mr. Chavez. my soup, it smells so, I'm sorry, you guys. I put noodles on the desk. I didn't get to them before the show, and I'm so hungry. It smells so good.
Smells like salt.
It's MSG, just all bad for me. But it's all right. But I don't know how I feel about this. Cesar Chavez Boulevard, South 8th Street, it will cost us, they don't say how much, because then we'll have to go down and change every single street sign down South H, from South H to Cesar Chavez Boulevard. So the general fund, while the direct cost to the general fund is minimal, expenses related to mapping updates and business address changes may require additional funding. So not only do we have to change our street name or change the signs, then we also have to make sure that the addresses are updated in the Google map and the address books and the Thomas Road. Does anybody use a Thomas Road map guide anymore? Anybody? No? I'll use Google Maps, huh? What do you use, Chris? Do you use Google Maps, or are you a Apple Maps guy, or what's the other one? Waze?
I haven't used Waze in years, but I used to use Waze. Now I do use Google Maps though, because I think it puts Waze in it. Like if they don't.
Yeah, Google bought Waze, the app, and then they just kind of incorporated it together.
Merged the two or something.
Yeah. I use Google Maps though, because I like that it warns me whenever there's a police officer around.
MapQuest and all that, we had to print them out.
Yeah.
They were always wrong.
Not only MapQuest, Chris, we used to have, you probably don't even know what the Thomas Road map thing is.
I know what it is. I never had to.
You put it in the glove box and it folds out, and you got, hold on, babe. I got it turned upside down. We got to turn left at the, wait. I was looking at the wrong side. You're going to have to turn left back there. We missed about 3 blocks ago. So yeah, Chris, I remember when you used to have to print them out to take them. I thought that was the best thing since sliced bread, but apparently now they put butter on top of it. It got even better. It's just right there on my phone, and it talks to me while I drive. It tells me there's a speed trap ahead. Watch out, JR, you're going too fast. So I slow down, but then I start speeding up again. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? 661-842-5376, 661-842-KRN. How do you feel about South H being renamed to Cesar Chavez Boulevard? Let me know. You can also drop me a line in the YouTube chat box. Just go to YouTube, search Kern Radio, subscribe, give us hit the bell notification every time we're live. You'll find out, and then you can watch us, and then just drop a line right there in the chat room, and I'll turn around and read it for you. More to discuss on the other side of the break, local business. I think we all should just show up at the meeting this week. There's a couple things that we all should probably be aware of, and especially if they're having public hearings when it comes to giving the city council raises. We'll discuss that. Also, speaking of Cesar Chavez and being hungry and wanting a torta, they're going to give about $300,000 of Measure N money to the Delores Huerta Foundation. I said, what the Monday is that about? You'll have a chance to speak on it if you go to the meeting on Wednesday. I hope you do. Pack the place. Let's do like they do when they bring in the union guys and they all have their orange vests on and they're talking about SEIU raises and they pay people to show up at the meeting. I can't pay you. I'm sorry. I'll maybe bring a pizza. But let's all show up at the meeting this week. There's a couple important things that's going down, and we need to be in attendance. I'm going to eat my ramen during the break. Well, Chris and the new kid just stare at me. The new kid's name is Dawson, by the way. We'll come up with a clever nickname for the kid. I call him a kid because he's in his... I call Chris a kid. Don't take it personal, Dawson. Anybody that's younger than... How old are you, Chris?
30.
32. All right. God, you're a baby. I was going to say 35. No. Anybody younger than 32? Still a child. I wish. Oh, I wish. Oh, the good old days. How I wish. Chime in anytime. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Tell me your thoughts on renaming South H to Cesar Chavez Boulevard, giving the raises to City Council, the Crystal Palace closing its doors. We're about to give up access to a part of the Wall Street alley. I'll give you the details and who's going to get it. Thanks, Bicycle Bob. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays from 3 till 6 p.m.
Again, I want to thank Donnie Youngblood, our sheriff, for joining us and taking time. And again, many of the questions that I asked him were based on...
No, please, no. What, Joe? No, please, no on what, Joe?
He had nothing.
Don't eat my ramen, or no on giving raises out? No on what are we talking about, Joe?
That's why
See you in the chat.
radio is the purest form
How somebody's
of
texting me.
communication.
You can even text me on my cell phone if you happen to have my cell phone.
AM 1180 KERN.
Hey, it's JR talking about the Stockyard, 2525 F Street, newest sponsor of the JR Show. If you haven't heard about it, well, there's kind of a reason for that. You see, it's a speakeasy right next to Casey's Steakhouse on 2525 F Street. Matter of fact, it's by the people that brought you Casey's Steakhouse. You're not even going to know it's there. There's a set of ropes and a carpet, and that's about it. You knock on the door, push the button. They'll ask you for the password. Tell them, why not JR? Now, when you walk in, you're going to feel like you entered through a time machine. You really have to see it to believe it. One of the coolest features, the hidden door behind the bookshelf.
Sorry, you guys are listening to me eat right now.
Cool things to check out.
I'll mute the mic. I'll be back.
Get your JR.
Check out this ramen though. You guys ever seen anything like these?
Every day is sale day. No one's
in homicides precipitously.
better prices.
It's actually pretty good.
Compare. We don't care. Take a look our way and come into Carpet Outlet.
It's like top ramen but better.
Oh no, Dad, I spilled juice on the carpet.
Don't worry, kiddo. We have stain-resistant carpet from Carpet Outlet Plus.
Dad, look, he dumped his
You guys have a
water
good weekend?
all over the new floors.
Everything is fine. We have brand new waterproof floors. from
Somebody Uber
Carpet
JR
Outlet
some real
Plus.
food.
You can find everything
Yes,
you need
John.
for family-proof floor at
We'll even take
Bakersfield's
pizza deliveries.
best flooring store. Now offering
Doesn't matter.
1 year, no interest financing.
This is
Carpet
this is
Outlet
radio,
Plus,
John.
3.5 blocks west
It's
of
radio,
99
man.
On Rosedale Highway. Carpet Outlet Plus.
Radio, John. Take what we can get around here.
Calendars for Saturday, October 11th, the 6th annual Bakersfield Brunch Fest at the Kern County Fairgrounds. Where all-inclusive ticket is
Brunch Fest. Speaking of Brunch Fest, I think I got some more tickets to give away. What do you guys think? I should give them away on YouTube or on the radio? You guys tell me. Did she schedule those? Did she schedule those Brunch Fest?
96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Back to the JR Show.
I was gonna tell you to play some Wu-Tang for me. I was in the mood for some Wu-Tang. What else? Some Kendrick. You guys aren't gonna like me today. That's okay. It's my show. Nah, just give me cream. Just give me cream. Cash rules everything around me. Give me some cream, and then give me Kendrick. I'll think of the one. No. What's the other one that he came out with? I can't remember. Yeah, maybe that one. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that way today, Chris. Feeling that way. I feel it. Somebody's got to be it. You know what I mean? So I'll be it. That's cool. Welcome back to the show. We're discussing city business. Anything on the text line before I jump into how we're about to give $300,000 to the Delores Huerta Foundation? All right. Somebody in the text line said, no, please, no, when I asked them what they meant, they said no to the name change, changing South H to Cesar Chavez Boulevard. And they also said no to the city council giving themselves raises, which will have to go. It's not that they can just vote it that way. They'll have to vote for a change in the charter. And in order for them to change the charter, that has to be put before a vote of the people. And so what they'll do is they'll look at it and say, yes, we deserve a raise, but we have to put it before the citizens on the ballot. Whether or not it makes it to the November ballot this year, I doubt it, but it'll probably go into the midterm elections next year. In November of next year, or even in the primary of March, you might see that where they're going to try to find some clever way to word it about, oh, the charter change for a brighter Bakersfield or improve leadership or something to get your eye thinking that it's positive, when in reality, they're just trying to pay the city council, which I could make the argument that they deserve to be a full-time gig, just probably not with the yahoos or half of the yahoos that are sitting there now. Just my opinion, though. Tell me what you guys think. 842-5376. Somebody else said Uber Eats JR some real food, because I was munching on my ramen in the middle of the break, and I said, well, we also take pizza deliveries and all sorts of stuff. Burgers, barbecue, Bakersfield Donut Company. I mean, I could go on for days and days. I'm just saying, if you guys want to offer, not that I can take it legally, but if you left it, we'll eat it. I think that's out. What else does that say? I can't read that far. Chris, are you in the chat room? Let's see. They said maybe if they took care of some serious things like finish getting sidewalks in, actually did something about the homeless. Again, that's why I said maybe with not these yahoos that are half of them, at least anyways. One of them will be gone soon, hopefully. He's running for an assembly. He wants to be an assemblyman. What exactly the accomplishments are, because like you guys have pointed out, maybe if they did something about homelessness, well, you can't run on that. Maybe if they actually balance the budget, nope, you probably can't run on that. The one thing they are good about is handing out my money, my tax dollars, my Measure N money that I was told was going to go towards public safety and vital services. Now, which part of that does one of those 13 little dots fall under, where it says Delores Huerta Foundation gets $300,000 of that? But apparently they do, and it's all part of the downtown revitalization grant agreement by our favorite city councilman, wannabe assemblyman. In alignment with the city of Bay, and this is just straight from their docket, their agenda highlights. In alignment with the city of Bakersfield's Making Downtown Vision Plan and Downtown Corridor Enhancement Plan, the city developed the Downtown Revitalization Incentive Program to promote redevelopment, attract investment, and enhance quality of life in the downtown area. I pause. The Delores Huerta Foundation has submitted a proposal seeking funding through this program to develop a long vacant site at 2100-2105 I Street into a cultural center featuring an amphitheater, museum, gallery, classrooms. Do I need to go into what those classrooms are going to be for? And public gathering spaces. The project aligns with the city's Public Safety and Vital Services Initiative. Really? I don't understand. It doesn't explain how. And also with council goals by improving infrastructure. It's a vacant site. How's there? Enhancing walkability, creating jobs, even though they're a non-profit, and boosting economic cultural activity. Funding will be drawn from the PSVS operating budget for the fiscal year 25-26, specifically from allocations designated for downtown infrastructure improvements. $300,000. Again, it's a nonprofit, so they don't actually pay taxes themselves. So when you're talking about economic redevelopment, I'm not quite sure how this falls into that when they don't. If you guys want to show up, it's part of the public hearing on Wednesday at 5:15 p.m. I suggest you do. This is the reason why we're in the hole of the budget that we are anyways. Because we keep on doing these, give this money to our friends so they can help me get elected to assembly BS that goes on. Boy, I can't wait till he's off the city council. I will knock on, vote Andre Gonzalez for assembly and get him off my city council, please. Goodness gracious. Please show up to the meeting on Wednesday. Not only that, they're going to talk about giving themselves raises and a public hearing on changing South H to Cesar Chavez Boulevard. We'll discuss more on the other side of the break. Plus, take your text messages and comments, phone calls, YouTube chat room conversations, all that. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back. You're right, Sergio. You got to show up. And I say show up. Show up to the meeting. All of it.
Austin Police Chief Lisa Davis said during a news conference that the suspect fled the scene after the shooting, stole, then wrecked the car and hijacked another. The shooting came amid back-to-school shopping ahead of the upcoming school year.
Crazy.
Russia summit in Alaska is happening.
I don't really like this. It's not that good. It's got a funky taste to it.
Both countries as a Cold War frontline of missile defense, radar outposts, and intelligence gathering. Whether it can lead to a deal.
All right, guys. You guys want to see?
More than 3.5 years after Moscow's invasion.
My face is what gets me in trouble half the time, cuz. My facial expressions. On the radio, I can play it off. But when people see my face, they're like, dang, this fool. Here, you guys want to take a shot at Chris? Wave hi, Christopher.
I'm Bill Robbins. Protesters gathered Friday outside the Department of Human Services building. Members of Genesis Mata's family, as well as other mothers, were in attendance, saying that the system also failed their kids after Genesis Mata was
Sorry, yes. Sorry. I was trying to get Chris in the shot. What? You guys want some Brunch Fest tickets? Huh? We got some Brunch Fest tickets. We're working on it, Jim. We're working on it. D-boy, bring it. I'll take that delivery every day, twice on Sundays, D-boy. I'm kidding. I'm kind of kidding. Not really. Talking to the people in the chat room. Somebody suggested a delivery from Highway 99. Chris said he'll take that delivery. Huh, Chris? Somebody suggested a delivery. Somebody suggested a delivery from Highway 99. Chris said, yes, please. Y'all are out of control, man.
AM 1180 KERN.
Out of control.
And AM
Control.
1180 KERN.
NKST Health is proud to partner with Kern Radio. Now known as NKST Health, the North Kern South Tulare Healthcare District, created in 1966 to improve healthcare access for the residents of Delano, Wasco, McFarland, Early Mart, and surrounding cities. Our GNC Family Clinic in Delano is now accepting new patients and open early and late. Call the GNC Family Clinic.
But yeah, you're right, Jim. The city of Bakersfield and EEG Management Bakersfield. Now it's
from all area schools year round.
Amendment 3 with ASM Global and AEG Management Bakersfield to eliminate the $500,000 base fee paid by the city to the manager. Eliminates the $500,000 operating loss currently covered by the city. Like, who enters into that kind of agreement to begin with?
661-725-1010.
Seriously.
The GNC Family Clinic in Delano, your hometown clinic. That's 725-1010.
The Ralph Bailey
See, look,
Show.
this is the map we're going to
Weekdays from 3 to
lose.
6 p.m.
The Wall Street Alley,
Kamala Harris
right behind the new Sage Apartments,
haphazardly into the smartest
condos,
decision she's ever made.
whatever.
She is not running for governor, and she certainly now can't run for president in 28, and she can't
Where is
outdo Newsom. The Democratic Party is changing. And
Don't
it's
eat that high
turning to
sodium
the
content.
left.
I know,
She's been
I
left
know,
out.
Jim, I
On
know.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Charlie Kirk Show. Weekdays at 6 p.m. on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
It's been 22 long, hard years of still struggling. Survival got me bugging, but I'm alive on the rise.
Chris is scared. Chris is scared that they're going to cuss soon.
I don't know who Wu-Tang is.
Oh, goodness. It is a what the Monday is going on. Came into work this morning and half of California Avenue was being destroyed. They're currently digging out what would be the two westbound lanes. The thing I didn't understand over the weekend, there was no work going on, none whatsoever. You could have moved those cones over one lane and opened up one more lane for weekend traffic. Not only that, the light at California and Easton, which you guys were playing with all day on Friday, I pulled up to it at one point and it was blinking. I get halfway through the intersection. My boy flipped the switch on and my light was red and the other cross traffic was green. And he looked at me like I was the one that did something wrong. I'm like, dude, you flipped the switch while I was in the middle of the intersection, only to turn it back off an hour later. And then the light blinked all weekend long, which I didn't mind because it helps me. I stay right there and that light tends to stay too long sometimes. So it kind of actually was nice. And I just figured it was going to be like that for the foreseeable construction, right? Nope. JR's up at 5:30 this morning. And what happened? Somebody came out from the city of Bakersfield and fixed the light. Why couldn't you have showed up on Friday to do that? You all were messing with it Friday morning and then left it blinking all weekend only to fix it Monday morning? What the Monday? I swear. I really don't think they know what they're doing. I honestly think that. We're about to lose access to an alley downtown. The Sage Equity real estate people that build the fancy, really fancy buildings downtown. Bob Smith's boys, city councilman Bob Smith, Bicycle Bob, as we like to call him. Yeah, his boys. They're building where it's the, if I'm not, check this to make sure I'm right, Chris, but I believe it's the old Greyhound bus station that they knocked down. It's on 18th Street between 18th and 19th and G and F. It's the Wall Street Alley. that they want to basically close off, take over. No more. You don't get to use it. Sage Bakersfield, applicant on behalf of owner Church Plaza LLC, has requested a non-summary vacation. No, they're not going on. They're not that vacation. In accordance with the section, the state highway code, the purpose of this full alley vacation is to privatize to enable higher security. I thought it was safe downtown already. Doesn't Andre run around talking about how safe it is downtown? How much crime has gone down in this community? Isn't that what they run around and tout? How, oh, we're safe now. Crime is down and it's safe to walk in downtown. Then why do you want to take over an alley for security reasons? And also, why do you want to apply for a $5 million grant to help reduce crime if crime is already being reduced? Now, I'm all for taking the $5 million grant to help you reduce gun violence, even though you told me over the last year that gun violence is down. So they want to privatize the Wall Street alley between G Street and F Street. The applicant has provided a signed private alley maintenance and access agreement with adjacent owners' signatures, meaning all the businesses that fall behind that on the other side of the alley say, yeah, we wouldn't mind having that alley closed as well. It's funny, though, because it's so safe downtown. I mean, I was just strolling down there last week. As a matter of fact, I was there on, what night was that? Friday night. Watched Chris Burdick's, who is that? That does the theater. Your relative. Your uncle?
Oh, yeah, Ken.
Your Uncle Ken. I went and watched Cats at the Ovation Theater on Friday night. Huh?
They were in that?
Who was in that?
Uncle?
That's what the tall, gorgeous blonde told me.
That's entirely possible. They're in everything.
She was like, "That's Burdick's uncle."
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's definitely.
I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah."
It's probably my aunt up there too. So.
Now I've never watched Cats. The tall, gorgeous blonde is taking me to plays. I'm getting a little culture.
Look at you.
But I didn't get it. I didn't get Cats. There was an intermission, and I was confused about where's the plot, what's the story, what is going on here. And then the lady she explained that, well, it's kind of like a musical review. There's not really a whole plot per se. And then it made sense that it's not supposed to make sense. So I was able to enjoy the rest of the play. But I hadn't been downtown on a Friday night in a long time. I told you guys I was down there. It was probably a Monday night the week prior, coming out of Jerry's Pizza, and how I had to walk over homeless people every 15 feet. Friday nights in downtown Bakersfield are a whole different atmosphere, boy. What is that place called across the street from Ovation now? It used to be the Mark. I'm not sure what they call it. They had a party. Zamba.
I think that's Zamba now, yeah.
Zamba. They had a party going on in their little thing. And you just walk through and it's like, man, there's a lot of kids down here. Y'all be safe getting home now. Don't get into any fights. Because it's a safe downtown. No reason we would want to take over alleyways because our residents in our new high-rise upscale condos wouldn't feel safe if we didn't. So go ahead, Bicycle Bob and your boys. You can have the alley there on F Street or between F Street and G Street, the Wall Street alley there. It's yours. Sure, it'll pass right through. Curious to see if Bicycle Bob at least has the decency to recuse himself from this vote for conflict of interest, but it's never stopped him before, by God. It's never stopped him before. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Do we have anything on the text message board, sir?
I am refreshing, but it seems like no, we are still there.
All right. I blocked out the chat. I was going to pull up the YouTube chat. I know somebody would.
I have it.
Oh, look at that. That's a good producer, Chris. What do you see there on the chat room?
If you care about your community, you need to show up. That's how change happens. 60% of success is just showing up.
Heck, I'd say almost like, well, yeah, maybe 60. Half of life is just showing up, but yeah. I'd say that. But yeah, show up on Wednesday. They're going to have a public hearing. I'm holding it right here in my hand. Notice of public hearing before the Bakersfield City Council. How come none of you have heard about this? You would think they would have this posted all over if it's a public hearing, right? You haven't seen the billboards? They didn't take out billboards for this? You mean you didn't see them posted on social media where they're telling you, oh, the pools are open and there's cool things to do in Bakersfield? They didn't post that they're going to have a public hearing because they want to give $300,000 to the Delores Huerta Foundation. Didn't see that posted, huh? Yeah, if you want to make change, you got to show up. 661-842-5376. What else is in the YouTube chat there? I'm going to reward my YouTubers today.
Okay.
Chris is like, okay.
We need help on the northeast side of Bakersfield. I live just outside of City of the Hills. The off-road activity is out of control. There have been 2 accidents in the last 3 months where a death has occurred.
Yes. The only reason I'm going to probably make you a little bit upset is that used to be the place where we all went off-roading. Like when Mason Moran was there, the racetrack.
Sounds like it isn't a used to be thing.
It is. I'm on my lawn. I'll get off in a second. But yeah, there used to be a racetrack out there called Mason Moran. And it was all just hills for days. And we would ride dirt bikes out there. And I believe I saw, maybe it was if they're talking about the video that I had caught over the weekend on social media of one of these Can-Am whatever dirt machines that they take out there. Apparently, allegedly, there was a 16-year-old that turned one over and it caught on fire, or at least that's the video that I saw. Maybe that's what they're referring to or why they're bringing this up. But then they started building houses, and then the houses complained that the racetrack was too loud, even though the racetrack was there first. And then they just kept building, and then just kept building. And they took away all my fun stuff. Is Hang Glider Hill still out there? Anybody know? Chris is like, what are you talking about, JR?
Yeah, that one escaped.
See? We used to have fun back in the 90s, early 2000s, boy.
You say Hang Glider Hill, and all I'm thinking of is the hill off Panama. Or Panorama, I mean.
Is it still out there? Can you still get to it?
Well, no. I'm saying more like that drop, like you're on Panorama driving next to it, and there's Oildale. Like that would be a hill that you can actually like, you know.
No. Yeah, no. There used to be a place we used to chill called Hang Glider Hill. Used to be a lot of those little places out in the nowheres. But talk to your representative out there. Talk to your supervisor. I believe that is county out there. What else you have in the YouTube chatters?
Mr. Eggert is just chiming in saying, don't eat that high sodium content and make sure you swing by and see me during the Kirk County Fair. I'll buy you a water.
You're going to buy me a water. You get them for free, Jim. I've been in your back room back there. The ice chest, you're going to buy me a water. Okay. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. You know what shows I'll be there for. CC Winans, and there's another one that I wanted to check out. Can't remember what it is now, though. Good old Jimmy Eggs running stuff over there at the fair still. What else you got in the chats?
That's all we got at the moment.
That is all we have. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap things up. What else do we have to talk about? Oh, yeah. What the Monday is happening? Did you see the video of the high-speed chase down there? And started in Lancaster, where 2 gentlemen stole a Ford 250 out of somebody's driveway. He thought he would be cool to jump in his other car and try to chase them until the 2 thieves started shooting at him, which time he gave up the chase and turned it over to the proper authorities. That's not where the story ends, boys and girls. You're not going to believe how the story ends. It is a what the Monday is going on. Did you also see the video, Chris? You're a sports guy of the NASCAR guy that won the race and then fell out of his car and broke his collarbone. I can only laugh because he only broke his collarbone. If he had had some head injury that was life-threatening, I wouldn't even be making fun of it.
You say only, but the collarbone's one of the worst things to break.
I get it, but he's okay.
Between that and your back, oh.
He's okay. He's alive. But it was funny. Did you see the video? Tell me it wasn't funny. It was pretty funny. Talk about that and so much more. You can chime in and join the conversation. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. You can also send me an email, jr@kernradio.com. Join us in YouTube or on YouTube. And you can jump in the chats there as well. Just go to YouTube, search up Kern Radio. You're listening to the JR Show. Ralph Bailey back from vacation today. Sure, he's got plenty of stories to tell, so stay tuned for that as well. This is the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1.
I don't even know if I can finish this. Like it started off good and it's not ending well.
So Arkansas
It's not ending well.
have identified.
Sorry guys, it's not ending well.
Star volleyball player at Liberty killed in front of their 7- and 9-year-old kids. Let's hope that justice is finally served. And I think this is a death penalty case.
On News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Hey, folks, this is Michael Bailey, noted body connoisseur. Hand me that microphone. This is the real Michael Bailey, noted body connoisseur.
13-year-old boy died last night? Let's see.
And you'll never guess where I am. I'm sitting here eating barbecue with the man. Hey, won't you tell us about what's going on with the catering and the...
Excuse me.
Thanks, bud. Yes, we have got the catering line. It is hopping. People are calling in, booking their caterers right now.
Just got to find another place to ride for them boys. D-Boy, where'd you see that story of the 13-year-old that died? I saw the 16-year-old that died in a car accident. Saw the 16-year-old that was killed in the DUI. I'm telling you, they listen. I'm telling you, they listen. All of a sudden, KGET wants to run the story about how the city plans on changing South 8th Street to Cesar Chavez Blvd. I see you, Mike Trahi. I see you, Derek. I know you listen.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, Select Quote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call Select Quote.
Oh, I do see that.
743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to selectquote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Select Quote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercial.
I did see this.
The West Gun Show is coming this weekend to the Kern County Fairgrounds in Bakersfield. We're finding everything we're looking for.
No, I think they did die. Hold on. One person died after a fiery off-road vehicle crash near Highway 178 Sunday night. Officers were dispatched to fields south of 1100 block of Highway 178 about 8 p.m. According to the police department, at the scene, officers found firefighters extinguishing a fire from a vehicle that crashed and ignited grass nearby. One adult died at the scene, according to police. 2 other people were ejected from the vehicle and had to. I found it, Debo. Squabble up. Maybe it was another one. I can't remember which one. I like the Kendrick though. Nah, maybe. Maybe he does that a lot though. He does that a lot. It's the whole album. He could have made an album where he just goes mustard. Sorry. I wanted to do that one time at a lady in the aisle at Walmart when she was looking at condiments and she made her way over to the mustard. And I swear I almost went up and yelled at her, just mustard. She would have looked at me like I was crazy and probably smacked the crap out of me. I was in the chat rooms on YouTube and they were telling me if we had read the comment about the off-road vehicles that are happening over there off of the 178, and then they had chimed in and said that a 13-year-old died, and I had mentioned it that I had saw the video over the weekend on social media of one of those Can-Am off-road vehicles that they drive out there had turned over and was caught on fire. Well, apparently somebody did actually die. One person died after a fiery off-road vehicle crash near Highway 178 Sunday night. Officers were dispatched to the fields south of the 11,000 block of Highway 178 about 8 p.m., according to the BPD. At the scene, they found the firefighters extinguishing a fire from a vehicle that crashed and ignited nearby grass. One adult died at the scene, according to police. 2 other people were ejected from the vehicle and had minor to moderate injuries. Police said they were transported to Kern Medical. Other details surrounding the crash are not immediately known. Again, the video that I saw and just somebody had sent to me says allegedly, and I use that word because I don't want to get sued, allegedly a 13-year-old was driving. I don't know what the laws are that permit how old you are allowed to be able to drive one of those vehicles. But yeah, maybe we do have an issue out there now that enough houses have moved into the residence that it's causing a problem. And so, unfortunately, somebody lost their lives over the weekend. Another accident over up on the east side there, just below the bluffs, I believe. A 16-year-old lost her life in an apparent alleged DUI accident where drugs are believed to be a factor. A wrong way driver hit head on to another vehicle. Like I said, killing a 16-year-old last night. Now we are learned that that driver of the wrong way vehicle is being charged with murder, to which I say good, because you guys know the stance that I've been taking since the show started with DUIs. We need to be tougher, and we shouldn't have to wait till somebody dies to be this tough on them. Because I haven't looked up the guy's name, so I haven't even looked up his record, and I don't even want to know, even though we probably all do, whether or not this guy has prior DUIs. It's just an unfortunate reality in this community. Anything on the text board before I get into what the Monday stories? Nothing on there. Let me turn around and see. I can't even see in the chat there. I'm too far. I need my glasses. I can't see so well. So last night, apparently at a Lancaster, 2 guys decided to steal a Ford F-250 out of the driveway of a residence. The homeowner and vehicle owner saw what was happening, decided that they were going to try to stop them, and then gave chase after the 2 suspects until they started allegedly shooting at him, in which time he gave up the chase to the proper authorities, and which they chased them around and around and around and around and around. They were going the wrong way a number of times, both on the I-5 and the 14. They eventually ended up with a flat in Selmar. They were trying to box in other vehicles to then try to hijack them. They attempted to hijack one car. They were unsuccessful. They tried to hijack a big rig. That guy said, nah, put it in reverse. I would have just hit the gas. That's just me. Finally, they were able to go head on, like going the wrong way down the road, going head on with the semi. The semi stops. The guy that is driving it jumps out scared. So they jump in the semi. They managed to drive that all the way from Selmar to downtown Los Angeles. At which point they ditched that one underneath some overpasses, only to then steal another vehicle, a white pickup. And then they drove that around and chased and getting caught. And then they ditched that vehicle somewhere, I believe, in Boyle Heights. And guess what? We don't know where they are. They got away. All that. Switching vehicles, changing. At one point, they even stopped and did like a Chinese fire drill. And I'm sorry if that offends you, but that's what we used to call them back in my day. Maybe you don't know what a Chinese fire drill is. Chris, are you old enough? No, you don't. Man, see, that's what happens with kids. And they have all these devices and they just stick their head in a phone all day and they don't know what real games are. These are real games, Chris. We used to play them. Kind of like, what was the other one? Red Rover, Red Rover. Yeah, that's why kids. No. See, here's what the Chinese fire drill is. You get to a red light and everybody in the vehicle then jumps out of the car and runs around it. Kind of like musical chairs. And then when the light turns green, whatever door you at, you jump back in. And if you happen to be the driver, now you're the driver. Because we didn't have cell phones to entertain us, Chris. We had to do other things in real life. We interacted with each other. Man, I got to get out of here. Stay tuned. Ralph Bailey is back from vacation, and you're not going to want to miss it. Thank you for listening. It's the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you. Jim, yeah. I need more time, Jim. Go argue for more time. I can't get to all the stories. I love that you guys are talking with each other. Hey, you guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Tell all your friends about it. They don't have to only watch it. And if they missed it, if you guys missed the show, you can go back and watch it as well. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I got to get out of here.